And on Chris Wright, the tragic fires in California are another warning that the climate crisis continues to grow in strength. The scientific community across the world, from the UN to NASA to even national security experts, agree that ignoring climate change is dangerous. So Donald Trump's nominee for Energy Secretary is truly alarming: oil executive Chris Wright. Everything you need to know about Mr. Wright, about who Mr. Wright is and what he'll fight for, can be found in the following quote he once gave in an interview. Quote, Mr. Wright said, "Oil and gas make the world go round," unquote. Mr. Wright amassed his wealth in fracking and as an oil executive, so of course he thinks oil and gas are the only things that count in the world. An article from the New York Times this morning called him an evangelist for fossil fuels. What makes Mr. Wright so troubling, however, is that he's perfectly willing to admit that climate change is happening, while rejecting that we should do anything about it. He says calling climate change a crisis is pure fear-mongering. He says the real crisis is that not enough people are using hydrocarbons. Imagine, that's what he said. Not enough people are using hydrocarbons. That's the crisis in the world. Can you believe it? He even says that roadblocks to unrestrained fossil fuel development are outright immoral. This man is an extremist when it comes to energy issues. He's not even among the conservative mainstream he's so far over. What a shock this is. A wealthy oil executive thinks that solutions to the world problems are to produce more oil. This is who Donald Trump wants leading America's energy policy. Mr. Wright's nomination should be an alarm bell for every single American who's gotten a job recently at battery plants, EV factories, and other good-paying, clean jobs. Many of these Americans are in red states that trusted Donald Trump to look after them. But as far as Donald Trump's pick for Energy Secretary is concerned, he thinks we're not in the midst of an energy transition. That's his words. Tell that to the workers in rural America, rebuilding EV batteries and wind and solar. I hope our Republican colleagues will repeat those words to the employees in their districts who have gotten good-paying jobs in these new clean energy industries. Everyone knows we still have a lot of work to do before we reach our clean energy goals, and everyone knows it's not going to be easy. The question is whether or not Donald Trump's administration is going to protect the clean jobs we've created or kill them and put people out of work for the sake of big oil. Mr. Wright's nomination suggests that Donald Trump is willing to let all those good-paying clean energy jobs that we've created disappear. And to my Republican colleagues, when Donald Trump and Mr. Wright start cutting the jobs that have come from clean energy that are in your states, don't say we didn't tell you so. And remember, the voters are going to know who you voted for the head of energy. I yield the floor and note the balance and note the absence of a quorum.